Good morning. And it is early morning. I couldn't sleep. So here I am down in the studio. My name is Sharon Graves. Thought I would, I'm adding a few colors to my palette. And I thought, let's see what it is I get with this new color, particularly this one color. I never put black on my palette because it's just harsh and cold, and I just never, I always mix my own black. But I bought a Mars, sorry, but I bought a Mars black, and I wanted to see what I would get with it. Now, I understand that with Mars black, you get lots of interesting greens. So I've got some over here on my, just a piece of palette paper. Okay, there's a big lump of Mars black, and now I'm going to mix some. We're going to see what we get here. Ooh, I'm adding some Cad Yellow to the Mars black, and it's and I've made a color chart here, and I've decided what I'm going to try it with. Okay, so here's Mars black and yellow, and I'm adding white. Here's Mars black and Cad orange, and I'm going to add some white. Once you add white, sometimes the color's so dark you can't really tell what you've got, but once you add white, that's a pretty good equalizer. And then I'm filling up that box. So now I'm going to add some white to that. Okay, I didn't add a lot of white. Maybe I could have added a little more. Okay, so now I want to see what I'm going to get, so I have to actually wash out my brush. I'm going to move this over here for now. I'm a left-handed painter, so my water is usually over here. So I'm going to put it over here just so, for convenience, so I don't push my arm in front of you. Okay, so now I'm going to take some more of that Mars black, put a little bit up here, and I'm going to add a little bit of orange with it. This is a Cad Orange light, and I'm mixing that. And that looks like an interesting kind of a brown. It's dark. Now I'm going to add some white to that. It's a warm, very warm color there. Okay, so there you can kind of see, I hope that you can see the variations that I'm getting. Washing my brush. Now, here comes some Mars black over here on my gray palette paper. And it's gray, so I'm not confused by the color. Sometimes when you put it on white paper, it's pretty hard to see what you've got there. So here comes some Cad Red light in my Mars black. Okay, here's that. Again, that's a very warm, dark color. So if you were painting something and you needed dark and warm, you might want to consider that. Now, when I add the white to it, here it is plain, and there I've added the white. It's pretty, it's warm, but I can't quite tell. It almost has a purple feel to it. Now, it's not purple, but it feels kind of, I guess because of the red and the darkness of the black. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen next. We're going to add some green. Now, you've all probably seen in a store black green or green black, and that's probably what this is going to work out to be. Ooh, I like that. Sometimes when you need a shadow inside trees, it's hard to get it dark enough. This looks like that would really work. Now we're going to add a touch of white to that. As I said, when you add the white, it's kind of the equalizer. You really start to see what you've got there. And here we go. Yeah. Now these are all dark colors, but when you get them all done and you're looking at them, you know, so let's say you're working on some kind of a landscape, And this kind of a color chart would really be helpful to you. Particularly, you need to, oops, write down. Good job, Sharon. You need to write down how you got it, okay? You need to write, see, I've got it written down in each box what is in the box above, so you know. Well, I need a really dark green for some shadows in a tree. Okay, so I know now that is an excellent choice. Okay, so here comes some more of the Mars Black. And now I'm going to pick up this yellow ochre. Ooh, that's interesting. And now add some white to that. I'm going to add a little more white. There we go. Huh. That yellow ochre, I didn't get a lot of color variation, and I added a fair amount of white. You want to try to keep your when you're doing this, you want to try to keep your proportions about the same, so you know you're not putting 3 times as much black as you're putting something else. Now here is a raw sienna. These two colors I don't usually have on my palette, but I'm trying some new stuff, so I'm going to add a little more of that. That is lots darker on there than what I thought it would be. I'm going to add some white. This makes a very pretty gray. Charcoal gray. Very nice. Right there, I really like that. And then I've got one more, and it should be a very dark color. The Mars Black. And burnt umber. And there's this. And now I'm going to add some white to that. There. That makes a warmer gray than what I had in the Mars Black and Raw Sienna. It makes a much warmer black. So you can see with one color change in the black tube, it's Mars Black, and then I used some of my warm colors and mixed it in there, and I added white in between each one just to see, so you get the value. Okay, you can now I could have added more boxes and made it go light, you know, even lighter on each color. But for this purpose of this demonstration, you can see what you can do here. Now you can also make your color chart much bigger and have colors going across here and down here and see the whole thing. But I'm just trying to see with one color all the different things that I can create. So I hope you found this a little helpful today, and have a great painting day.